All right, today we're going to be preparing a 9-pound pork butt. It is bone in, and we're going to be smoking it. But first, we need to brine it. So we're going to get our brine ready, and we got little stuff, very little stuff. I speak English well. We got a few things that we need to do to the pork butt also. With the fat cap, I like to trim it down, but this one actually, you do a switcheroo here real quick. Switcheroo. That's the technical term for this is, yeah, so this fat cap here, normally I trim it down, but this one has been trimmed up pretty good. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put a crosshatch into it. We'll get out our handy dandy Z-Lite meat cleaver here, and we're going to put some crosshatches in it. This is a method that I like to use on duck breast also, and it helps the fat render down. So we're just lightly going across here and scoring this. We're not getting all crazy trying to cut down on the meat. And also, like I said, this fat cap has already been trimmed up really well, so really don't have too much here that needs to be done. Yeah, so let me get this done here real quick. Like I said, I'm not even really putting much pressure on here. I'm just letting the weight of the knife itself do the scoring for me. Which, again, this is actually a pretty heavy knife, so I guess that's really not saying too much, is it? All right, that looks good. I don't see any excess pieces of meat or fat that I want to trim off of here. Yeah, whatever place butchered this pickup did a really good job of trimming that fat cap. And again, there's a lot of people too, they like to have a really thick fat cap. So someone might be disappointed if I got this one. I was happy because I didn't have to do much to it. All right, so we're gonna set our cleaver off to the side here, and we'll get our brine ready to mix. We'll be mixing it in this. Put this guy off to the side over here. All right, and let's see. What do I need? What do I need? Oh, first thing we're gonna need is we're gonna start out with a gallon of water, which I think I'm missing something here. Oh, that's what I was missing. It's the water. All right, so there we got roughly about 2 liters of water in there right now. And we're going to be going up to, I think, 4 liters. So, all right, let's start adding in our ingredients and get those dissolved. All right, so do 1 tablespoon of the prog powder, which I'm sure that's going to be enough for probably about 8 liters of water, which I think that's what we're ultimately going to end up with. All right, there goes that. And then next, I'm going to add in our kosher salt, and we're going to want 1 3/4 cups of it. If I can get the box to operate with me. Again, you can use whatever you're familiar with. The trick is, yeah, you gotta have the salt there, and because is that osmosis, something like that, and they're gonna dump the salt all over the table. And there goes half a cup. I guess I probably could have pre-measured all this, but I'm not sure how much water we're gonna end up with either. There's 1 cup, and then we need a 3/4 cup. All right, so there's 1 1/2, and then we need 3/4. And that gets us there. All right, so now we've got all of our salts in there. Now I want to add, I see a piece of plastic floating in there. Like that. All right, I also don't want the salt all over my table. Now let's get the salt off of the table. Okay. Brown sugar. All right, and so now get our brown sugar out. we're going to need, what did I say? Anybody? 2¼ tablespoons of brown sugar. That looks like, I'm going to call that 1¼ and 2. Actually, no, I'm going to add just 1 extra. That will help form a really nice bark. Okay. Now next, I didn't bring my stirring spatula. All right, I'll be right back. I have to go get a spatula to stir with, because that's just, well, it's needed. It's necessary. All right, we are back in business. So we got our spatula. No, I don't recall where we got these spatulas from. And oh man, I forgot the rest of the water. So 4 liters of water is 1 gallon. That's why it probably looks like there's an awful lot of salt and sugar in here right now. Well, because there is, because we got about half the amount of water we're supposed to be using. Oh boy. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so these black silicone spatulas, I don't recall where I got them from exactly, but they're really awesome for making like pasta sauces because they're black and they don't stain. So it's a little pro tip for you guys there if you make your own pasta sauce. And I mean actually make your own pasta sauce. I'm not talking about you go and crack open a can of ragu and add some crushed garlic to it. That's not making pasta sauce. Ooh, I guess maybe I should say a tomato sauce. Because technically you can put it on whatever you want. Pizzas is actually what I use mine for mostly. Let's I need to get the rest of my water in here. This is a quality show there, Clark. Oh, it is. All right, we are now at 4 liters, which is 1 gallon of water. Good, right? It's good. It's good. Oh boy. So I got some crazy stories to tell on the podcast. So we can stir this up some more. Get that all nice and dissolved in there while I'm doing that. So some of the upcoming shows for the podcast, one funny thing that has happened here recently is I ordered some car parts last night or yesterday evening. And I woke up and there was an email saying that the order had been canceled. So I called them to find out. After some digging around, I was told that the reason why the order was canceled was a high risk of fraud. And I said, man, that's weird because this person's never even ordered from you before, I'm pretty sure. I said, and the guy says, no, they have. I'm looking at the order right now. I was like, okay, well, what did they order? Anyway, so you're going to have to tune into the podcast to hear the rest of the story. It is actually pretty crazy how it works out. But let's get our pork butt in there and see how much more water we're going to need to add. Oh, look at that. That is perfect. I thought we were going to need more than 1 gallon of water, but nope. All right, well, so 4 liters of water and a 9-pound pork butt, bone in. All right, well, so that turned out good. All right, so this is now going to do that. Looks kind of disgusting on the camera there. Just now, on the monitor. Is there a better shot we can get? That doesn't look so. Nope, it still looks like. Kind of looks like a. You guys remember biology class? Is that still a thing? I might need to put a weight or something on that. That guy's just wanting to float on me. Anyways, you guys remember biology class where you had the, we did like pig brains. I was successful enough to get the pig brain eyeball out and we put it in formaldehyde. Well, after about 20 years in the formaldehyde, in a little baby food jar, this is what it looked like. Some dirty, cloudy water and something, yeah. So, as there's this other show that I watch, as Guga says, I know it doesn't look good right now, but just wait, it will. All right, so I'm gonna weight this down. I've got a lid for it, and then it's gonna go into the refrigerator. I'm gonna say probably 6, maybe even 12, 24 hours. I don't know yet. I haven't decided when I want to fire the smoker up yet. It's kind of an event. That'll be fun. You guys will enjoy it. All right, well, that's enough of my crazy ramblings, and thank you for watching, and stay tuned when we go to smoke this guy.